Hello and welcome, friends. This is Donna with the Special Ed Parent Guide, and I'm so happy that you're able to join me today. We are going to be talking about the three things that you can be doing right now, to prepare for the upcoming school year, particularly for students that are receiving special education services. We wanted to try to do something that we can talk about three action items that you can be doing right now to feel a little more confident and organized and not feeling so chaotic as this new school year is about to begin. If you're not familiar with the Special Ed Parent Guide, it is a smaller channel on YouTube. And basically, our goal is to provide parents and caregivers of families of students that are receiving special education services. We really want to provide practical tips, helpful tools, and most importantly, encouragement as you navigate this special education journey to help you to feel more calm and confident while you advocate for your kiddos. So, the first action item that we're going to talk about today is updating your contact information. And you're probably saying, well, duh, Donna, we have to do this every single year. And trust me, I get it. I have three kiddos, and my youngest just graduated high school this past year. So, I know the struggle is real here. But what's really important is that we're updating and keeping that information updated on a regular basis. Your home address, if you happen to move, we need to know where that new address is. For your phone numbers, if you've got a new cell phone and it has a different phone number, and email addresses. And obviously, this is important because if there are emergencies, there's nothing like being uh, having to reach out to a family member regarding a student and it's emergency, and we try to make phone calls and we're not able to get through. But then, of course, just our general contact information, so that way we can call and let you know about what exciting things that your kiddo is doing, or if we have any concerns. So that's really important. Two is, who can we contact when we're needing to reach out regarding your student? We definitely do not want to cause any issues. If there have been some changes within the family, we need to know that information. So who can we contact? Who can we talk to? Who should we not be talking to? Is very, very important as far as contact information. And then obviously, what's the best way to contact you and when? Um, our goal is to work together as a team with you, the family, and we want to be respectful of your time, especially regarding work. I know I've felt pretty bad when I've called family members during my planning period, which obviously is during the day, sometimes early morning, and I might be calling a parent that I didn't realize worked third shift, and so I'm awakening them, and I always feel bad about that. Or maybe reaching out and or calling, and maybe the parent is at work during the day, and so being able to tell us, you telling us, hey, you can call me, at this time of the day, or I rather you email me, or I'm available after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because again, we are working together as a team and we definitely want to be respectful of your time. The next action item I think is really important is, are there any changes that have occurred this summer with your child? Do you have any concerns about your child as they're getting ready to begin this new school year? And so the first one could be family changes. As I mentioned earlier, maybe there's been separation or divorce. Unfortunately, maybe there may have been a death in the family, or sickness, or even the family pet might be going through something. Our pets are like family as well. And so if this is happening, you don't need to give us all the details, obviously, but give us enough information to know that we need to be keeping a special eye out for that kiddo, because we need to look out for any academic or behavior changes. Are they being aggressive? Are they sleeping? Do they seem more withdrawn, depressed, or not wanting to do their schoolwork? This is knowing this information that gives us an opportunity to provide some additional support for that student. The next would be, are any medical changes that we need to know about? Did the student have a change in medication that maybe they were on last year? Maybe the student wasn't on any medication and now they are. And so, as we probably have experienced in some time of our lives, that sometimes medicines just don't agree with us. And it may cause us to feel bad. It may cause side effects that, again, might make us sleepy, might make us hyper. I had a student last year that she was on a medication that just caused her to vomit a lot. She didn't feel bad, but it just caused her to throw up a lot. So we need to be able to provide those additional supports and knowing that. And even like say for our younger kids, maybe they're starting to wear glasses for the first time. Are they wearing them all the time? Are you going to be sending in a case? I mean, just little housekeeping things like that, just so that we're all on the same page and the students getting what they need to be successful. Lastly, for the summer changes and concerns would be maybe having to talk to our family resource center. We are living through some pretty tough economic times right now, and lives can change at a moment's notice. So, if a student is coming to school and maybe they're struggling because they're hungry, or clothing might be an issue, or they might be having dealing with having a place to live, those things are very important and they're important to us. And so please don't feel ashamed or embarrassed to talk to us about that, because we can point you in the right direction and hopefully give you the help that you need, so that the student, when they come to school, they can just focus on being just a student and being able to thrive and not having to worry about those things. The next action step is connecting with your caseload manager. And so, congrats and kudos if you have been able to have the same caseload manager for a good portion of time that your student has been receiving special education services. But like a lot of things in life, teachers might move to different schools. Budget cuts cause us to have to cut staff, unfortunately. So finding out, do you have the same caseload manager? And if not, who is that person going to be? Now, obviously, it is July. Some schools start back in August. Actually, our district will be starting back on August 3rd. Some schools don't start back until after Labor Day, which is awesome. But there should be someone in the office that you can call and ask those questions. And then, would you be able to meet with this person during open house? What would be the most updated contact information, like, say, an email, so that way you can begin reaching out and start that partnership early on. So again, the best way to communicate with this caseload manager, do they have a planning period that maybe you would be able to reach out to them if you have concerns? Do they, make phone calls after school for a certain time to reach out to families? But the goal is to start that partnership early, because you, as the parent, guardian, caregiver of the student, you are part of the team. What you have to say matters, and you know your student better than we do. And then the last one here is share your concerns with your caseload manager. Don't ever feel that it's, maybe it's trivial, or maybe they'll know what to do, or maybe they're aware of it. Never make those assumptions. Share everything that you have a concern about. And then I really encourage you to put it into writing. Often the phrasing in special education is that if it wasn't written down, it didn't happen. So documentation is key. And it's helpful for all people to have a paper trail, because we may talk about something by phone, or even sometimes via text, right? Things can be lost in translation. So putting things in writing is going to be a benefit to the caseload manager as well as to the family. So that way everyone is on the same page and are working toward the goal of being with our student and helping that student to be successful. So again, today we just reviewed 3 housekeeping tips, action items that be going on right now this summer to get prepared for the upcoming year. That's making sure that your contact information is up to date, and make sure that maybe it might change during the middle of the school year. Again, make sure that you remember to reach out to your school and let them know about those changes immediately. 2, any summer changes or concerns you may have, jot those down, reach out. And then also finding out who your child's caseload manager is going to be and getting that contact information, so that way you guys can begin that partnership early on in the school year. Hopefully you found this helpful, but I would like to let you know that if you want to go deeper, I really encourage you to join my free back to school IEP Blueprint workshop. I'm very excited about it, because I really do think it's important for families to review the students' individual education plan before school begins. Maybe there was something that happened at the end of the school year that you didn't get a chance to follow up on. Maybe you got your child's progress report, the last one at the end of the school year, regarding their IEP goals. And so, really, I just want to kind of highlight some areas that I think are really important for the families to take a look at, jot down any notes or concerns so they can bring to the attention to their caseload manager and their ECE teachers. I hope to have a worksheet or workshop for this next week on Wednesday, July 29th at 7 p.m. I will also post a reminder link on my channel, the Special Ed Parent Guide. And I hope that you will think about joining us because I feel that we're better together. Families that have been on this special education journey, you guys have a lot of wisdom to share for those that are maybe starting out on this special education journey. So please do share with your friends and head over to the Special Ed Parent Guide channel, like and subscribe. And I just thank you very much for joining us today. Have a great one.